Hello, boys and girls. We're back for part two of Dolphins by Seymour Simon. So let's pick up where we left off. Dolphins and porpoises are social animals that live in groups of all sizes. Small groups are called pods. The size of a pod depends on the kind of dolphin, the age, and the sex, and other conditions. Pods range in size from 2 or 3 to a dozen or more. Several pods sometimes join into herds or schools and can number in the hundreds. Dolphins in a pod have strong bonds. They can even recognize each other after long separations. Mother-calf bonds are long-lasting. A calf stays with its mother for 3 or more years. Young adult male pods are strong and long-lasting. The young males cooperate in hunting and survival. Dolphins establish a dominance in the pod by biting, chasing, and smacking their tails in the water. They scratch each other with their teeth and leave tooth marks. Dolphins also use bubble clouds from their blowholes to show their place of power in the pod. What are some new things you're learning about dolphins? Dolphin mothers give birth to a single calf just below the surface of the water. The baby dolphin nurses underwater from its mother, but has to come up to the surface to breathe. At birth, a baby dolphin weighs 30 to 50 pounds and is 35 to 50 inches long. A calf will nurse for about a year and a half. Babies are toothless at birth, but soon begin to grow teeth in a few weeks. When it is about 4 months old, a baby starts to eat fish, but continues to nurse as well. Dolphin mothers are very protective of their babies. A young dolphin can easily stray from the pod and get lost or attacked by sharks if not watched constantly. A mother often raises her calf with the help of other female dolphins in the pod, called aunties. When the mother's resting, the aunties act as babysitters, swimming around the calf in protective circles. The close contact between the calf and the other dolphins helps the youngster learn how to fish and swim and communicate and live with others in the pod. Swimming at speeds of over 30 miles per hour and often riding in the bow waves of boats, Dall's porpoise is the fastest moving dolphin or porpoise. The head and the back of the porpoise create a hollow cone of air that allows the Dall to breathe while still riding the underwater wave. Dalls live only in the North Pacific, from Baja California to Alaska and across the Bering Sea into Japanese waters. The beautifully marked black and white porpoise was named after American naturalist W. H. Dall. A Dall's small round head appears even smaller than it is because of the porpoise's strong muscular body. A Dall is quite small compared to other dolphins, averaging 6 feet and weighing between 250 and 300 pounds. A Dall's teeth are unusual. Each tooth is separated by rigid growths called gum teeth. Because the regular teeth are so small, these horny growths help in grasping slippery foods. A Dall's eyes are also exceptionally colored, with deep, shiny blue-green pupils. The Amazon River dolphin, or Boto, is one of the few dolphins that live in fresh water. Botos live throughout the Amazon and the Orinoco River basins in South America. Amazon River peoples rarely hunt river dolphins. They feared that harming a boto would cause their children to be born with a disease in which the skull remains open like the blowhole of a dolphin. A boto is born with dark gray skin. As the boto grows older, its skin begins to turn bright pink. Botos have long beaks with many stiff hairs. Scientists think that the boto's hairs are used as feelers to help them navigate the muddy river waters. Botos, like most dolphins, can change the shape of their melons, an organ in their head that scientists believe provides a means of focusing the sounds used in echolocation. They can also scan, turn their heads from side to side, focusing in the direction of the sound waves. Orcas, killer whales, are the largest dolphins in the world. An orca's back and sides are jet black, and it has a gleaming white underbelly and a white oval spot above each eye. The coloring of an orca may remind you of a penguin. A male orca can grow to be 32 feet long as a large school bus, and weigh 8 to 9 tons, as much as 3 Asian elephants. Orcas live in all the oceans of the world. Orcas care for sick and injured members of their pod. Each orca pod makes some sounds in common with other pods and other sounds that are only made by their own pod. Orcas live in pods of several females, calves, juveniles, and one or more males. Sometimes they are called the wolves of the seas. Depending on the area, orcas feed on different kinds of food, including sea lions, elephant seals, harbor seals, smaller porpoises, penguins, small as well as larger whales, and fish, including sharks. Orcas do not attack people in the wild. The last few pages told you about different kinds of dolphins and porpoises. What are the names of some of the new dolphins you learned? The greatest threats to dolphins and porpoises are still pollution and careless commercial net fishing. Scientists think that increased levels of garbage and industrial waste washing into the sea help create a red tide. A red tide is the result of the rapid growth of tiny sea plankton that produce a kind of poison. Fish eat the poison, and the dolphins eat the fish and die. During a red tide, many dolphins may be killed or injured. In the Pacific Ocean, tuna swim with dolphins. More than 50 years ago, many thousands of dolphins were killed in tuna nets every year. Today, different kinds of tuna nets and careful fishing boat captains have reduced the number of dolphins killed to a few thousand, and divers and sailors release any dolphins caught in the nets. People are the greatest threat to dolphins, but people can also help dolphins the most. If people buy tuna that is labeled dolphin safe on the can, then commercial tuna fishermen will use safety nets that don't accidentally ensnare dolphins. The United States Congress passed the Marine Mammal Protection Act to protect whales, dolphins, and porpoises. Here are some things that we can all do to help dolphins. Put beach litter into a trash container. If you're in a boat when you spot dolphins, ask the driver to slow down and avoid turning or reversing suddenly. Do not harass dolphins and don't pursue them if they leave. Help beach dolphins and porpoises by calling the local police, aquarium, or Department of Conservation. Write letters to government officials asking them to strengthen the protection of animals. Seymour Simon ended his book by listing ways that you can help dolphins. Why might it be important for the author to do that?